What up, everybody? Welcome to another set of I Am Coach Mims, and today we're going to mic up two of my athletes that I have here in the training cave, and we just going to chop it up with them, and we're going to go through this little journey with them throughout their workout and talk about different stuff, different scenarios, talk about what they're going through in college currently, where they're head at. One of my players is trying to go D1 right now. He's in JUCO, so we're gonna talk a little bit about the JUCO experience for him so far. And another one of my players, he is in Division 3 right now, and he's trying to move up to D1. So we're gonna chop it up with him also, and just kind of give you guys an insight of what it takes to truly go D1 and work your way up from the bottom. So stay tuned, stay locked in. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And we'll see you in a little bit when they get here, and we'll chop it up with them. Okay. All right, we're gonna talk with Dre about this JUCO experience. His first year in JUCO. Now he approaching his second year in JUCO. All right, Dre, let's talk about it. Let's tell people the truth, because everybody think that JUCO is like, oh, I'm gonna go JUCO, then I'm gonna go D1. Like, tell them the real deal, bro. Tell them the actual real deal. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Tell them your real deal. You already had the first year experience, and now you got to go back to second year.
All right. Well, shoot. For starters, coaches. Maybe you go there for a year, second year, same coach is not going to be there. So, for instance, you're going JUCO, you want to go somewhere else. That's the same for coaches. So, in JUCO, coaches is also trying to find a new home. So they go there to get experience coaching college players. You go in there.
Like, how was it like making a transition like last year, like going there and like really trying to find your way there, like really trying to fit into that receiving core and all the motion that they had going on? Like how did you even like remotely fit in there?
I think I just went in there and I had a mindset of me just I'm gonna do my job and make sure I do everything I do, and I'm gonna perform when my name is called. So I think that's what separated me from all the other players there, is when my name was called, they counted on me, and I made everything count.
How was it like, in all honesty, like how would you grade yourself? A, B, C, D, F, like how would you really grade yourself
From all season?
Yeah, all season. Like, how would you grade yourself?
I give myself first half of the season, I give myself like a C minus.
Okay.
So what happened was one of our players went down, one of our key players went down. I was second option. I was second receiver.
Yeah.
He went down. I had to like really put thought into this and think to myself, like, yeah, I have to make some things happen and give us a little spark. And one day I just went into practice and like I didn't come off the field not once. I practiced like an All-American.
For sure.
From that day on, I continued to show the same consistency every day, and I performed way better in the games. I was less tired. I was just working way more harder than I was during the first half of the season, and I think that's also what separated me from other players. And from that second half of the season, I'd give myself like a B plus.
Okay.
So
No, that's honesty. That's honesty.
Mhm.
All right, go ahead and get that set in. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk with you. We're gonna chop it up a little bit more. We're gonna go ahead over here to Z. He coming off a knee surgery, so we definitely gonna chop it up with him. And so now y'all get the best of both worlds. Like you get to talk to a JUCO player. Now you get to talk to a D3 player and chop it up with him and see what his experience like going through a major knee surgery and getting himself back ready for the season. There you go. Good work, Z. Good work. Good work, Z. Good work. Good work. Good work. Good work. There you go. Here you go, Dre. All right, Z, my boy, mic'd up. We're gonna chop it up with you.
It's a dangerous thing to do.
So Z, sit down, take a load off, brother. Take a load off. Sit down a little bit. Stay a while. Let's chop it up. So, how was your first year in Division III? Like, how did you think it went, and what was the biggest thing that you had to go through making that transition from high school to college?
Probably just being humble,
Mm-hmm.
for real, because I put myself in a position where I made a big mistake in not doing my grades. My schoolwork was below average, and I'm an above average player, so I had to be humble and take it on the chin. It was rough. I felt like I was stuck for a while in the same spot, knowing I can do better, but I learned to push through it, and somehow I just found a way to not injure myself. So that's it.
Now, when you say be humble, far as like you didn't really, and I hear you talk about your grades a little bit, and I always been on all of y'all from day one about your grades, and you always been one of them ones where it was like, yeah, I got it. You know what I'm saying? And then when it came time for you to find a college team to go to, your grades didn't match the player.
Mm-hmm.
So talk a little bit about that with a lot of the youngsters out here, man, a lot of the kids out here, like they think that their play is going to outweigh their grades.
Not at all, bro. It's not. It's harder to play catch up. Like for real. Like the last 2 years of high school, I bust my ass to get my GPA up, and like to me, it wasn't moving. So you gotta do that work early. Like you can't procrastinate at all. Like it's just a waste of time. I wasted my time. Feel me, not doing what I needed to do.
Yeah.
And then put myself back, and then I so happened to get injured. That was another setback, but you got to stay on top of your stuff from the jump.
Yeah.
And I learned that the hard way. So
yeah. So let's talk about like, okay, you made the transition. You know what I'm saying? You found your way. You filled your way out.
Mm-hmm.
The season is over. You're working your way back. Like let's talk about the knee injury that you went through. So let's talk about the ACL tear that you went through, and now you're rehabbing back. Like, what was it like going through the rehab process of that?
Man, it was crazy because right before spring camp started is when I tore my ACL. So I missed out on a lot, and I wasn't the best mentally, and feel me, I checked out for a little bit. And I know something has told me that it wasn't over. You feel me? And I kept pushing. I pushed through it, and the recovery's been great. I've been blessed to have a quick recovery, a fast recovery, a real healthy, strong recovery.
Yeah.
So I'm just grateful I got a second chance, because a lot of people don't get a second chance. And for me, I count this as a third chance because what I didn't do in high school. I'm at a D3 right now, and I got to grind every single day. So I'm just blessed to have, to me, this third opportunity, but the second opportunity to get back out there.
And me personally, knowing you, Z, and I tell you this all the time, like sometimes, we as football players, like we mentally tough, and we know that we can go through anything. And sometimes it takes for us to go through a rough patch in our lives to really set, our whole mindset strong, and our whole, just our whole swagger about things, and,
Right.
and put a lot of things back in perspective. And I honestly think that like this is your breakout year, because now you have the mindset to go along with the play on the field of like, okay, it's time for me to get up out of here.
Yeah,
like,
I gotta take care of my business.
It's time for me to get up out of here, and it's time for me to go to another school. And sitting back and watching, the younger kids that grew up underneath you, like Jordan and all of them, and seeing them go D2 and stuff like that. And you like, yo, I know, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I belong where they at right now. And
Right.
the only thing that's separating you from them is,
Myself.
like you said, yourself and your grades. So, and that's things that you can control.
Right.
And I think like now that you understand and you get it now, I think when you were younger and you surround yourself by so many people telling you how great you are, and you're doing these amazing things on the field, is like the off the field stuff didn't match the on the field stuff. So I think now that you're older and you understand how things are going now, I think you get a different perspective of things, and you see like what it really takes to get to that next level. So we're gonna come back, we're gonna chop it up a bit. So now we're gonna go back to Dre, and we're gonna talk to Dre about like, because he went to a couple of camps and he still didn't get that nod from some of the coaches. He got that like, let's see you another year in JUCO, and then see, because a lot of people, it's hard to go one and done in JUCO. Like you got to spend 2 years. You really got to spend 2 years there to really get a grasp, and for coaches to really see what you about. So he's entering the second year. So we're going to talk about some of the camps he went through and what the coaches said and stuff like that. All right, Dre. So you went to a couple of camps this off season. What has been the response from some of the coaches that you've been talking to?
Some of the responses were just follow me on Twitter, fill out this questionnaire, and I hope we can stay in contact after this. Sometimes when you go to camps, they're not necessarily just you're not necessarily going to get like, a scholarship or, that look that you want, but it's your job to go there and put on your best performance. So you just
Right.
want to go there and take what you want.
I think is not to cut you short. I think is a lot of times a lot of guys get caught up in like, oh, I went there and I crushed everything.
Mhm.
And it's not necessarily about you crushed everything. It's about, okay, for a lot of coaches, it's like, okay, you in JUCO, how long you been there? It's 1 year. And they kind of like smile like, okay, well, let me see, you know what I'm saying? Let me see another year of you JUCO to see what you really made of. Because a lot of people don't know, like a lot of these D1 coaches, a lot of these D2 coaches, like for them, it's like, is a reason why you in JUCO. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you ain't there because you a bad player. You there because your grades wasn't good.
You just didn't do what you were supposed to do.
You didn't do what you were supposed to do. So it's like, okay, you did what you're supposed to do for 1 year. Let me see if you can do what you're supposed to do for 2 years. Let's see, can you be consistent with that? And that's what a lot of D1 and D2 coaches want to see. It's not necessarily saying you didn't go out there and crushed it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's necessarily, can I trust you?
Yeah.
And that trust thing is like, okay, I'm quite sure if you said, hey, yeah, I already graduated from JUCO, they would have been like, oh, okay, well, let me bring you in for a private workout or something like that. But being as though you only been there a year, a lot of the coaches, and this is what a lot of you guys don't understand, it's like, okay, there's a reason why you at JUCO. You understand what I'm saying? Yep. So it's like, can I really trust you? Or you went to JUCO and you did what you were supposed to do for 1 year. Let me see you do it again for 2 years.
Keep doing it again and again and again.
Right. Let me see you do it for 2 years. If you do it for 2 years, then it's like, okay, now I can bring him in for a workout and really work him out.
Yep.
Because a lot of times when you go to these workouts, it's a workout, but it ain't really a workout. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you really going against guys that's like top tier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all are going against kids that are like in high school. It's not a lot of y'all that are in college that are at these workouts.
Right.
It's maybe like 8 of y'all there out of like 120 kids that's there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you supposed to be cooking them. You supposed to be doing the things that you're doing. So so talk about like your whole mindset of going into year 2 of JUCO.
So this year I just want to go in and perform how I know I can perform. Not go in like I did last year and, you know, like settle.
Right.
I don't want to do that. I just want to go in 100% full speed. You know, just outworking everybody.
Right.
And I feel like this year is just like the year that I feel like I can do everything that I manifested. Right.
Stay focused. Stay on top of your grades and do the things you're supposed to do. And I told you, go in there and crush it, have a huge year, like 800-yard receiving year, a couple of touchdowns. Like you definitely getting a D1 look.
Yeah, it's definitely tougher because it's a lot of coaching changes and a lot of transfers and players graduating. So
it's like everybody new again.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people don't understand about JUCO, bro. It's like literally a new group every year. It's not like the same guys. It's not like you maybe have, like out of the whole roster, you probably have maybe 20 to 15 guys that are still that are coming back. Most of y'all out of there, bro. It either don't work out for y'all. There's a lot of guys that just don't work out for them. They wind up quitting school and just entering the workforce. And it also be a lot of guys that get injured that don't come back. It'd be a lot of guys that go D1, go D2 that don't come back. So it's like JUCO is like a revolving door, man. So you can never get comfortable with JUCO. So definitely, man. All right, go ahead and get that. You got last set coming up. All right, Z. So let's chop it up real quick, just a couple of minutes, and I'm gonna let you get back to your workout. So your mindset of going into this year, like what's like some of your personal goals that you got that you want to achieve?
First thing, the thing that held me back the most, my grades. I want to get a 3.0. I know I can get a 3.0. You know, I just gotta actually do my work. Feel me? And stop procrastinating and do it. But biggest thing, get a 3.0, help my team in the best way I can. You know, as a freshman, I was the only one that played 2 positions on the field. So I want to go back to that. Feel me? But do whatever they need me to do. You feel me? It's like just take care of business and be mature about everything instead of going away like a little kid. You feel me? I'm a grown up now, so I just feel like my maturity level is gonna help me get to where I need to be.
And that means, you know, accepting whatever role that you got to play.
Feel me?
You know, instead of pouting like, oh, I only got the ball 5 times. You know, this game. And it's like, okay, well, those 5 times you got it, make those the best 5 times you got it.
And even if I don't touch it, you feel me? If I gotta fight, I'm pretty sure I gotta go back there and fight for my spot. Nothing given to nobody. So especially me coming off not playing the whole year. Feel me? I'm coming off a setback. So it's like I gotta catch up. Feel me?
Right.
I stress not playing catch up, but I got no choice but to catch up now. So it's like I'd rather just feel me go give it everything I got. That's
Right.
it. Bro.
And we literally, me and you talked about it. You literally got a month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You in here working. We started working on our route running and stuff like that. So and you know where you at. You know what I'm saying? You know where you got to get to. So that's one of the biggest things for you. And I know if you do what you're supposed to do, you're out of this year.
Mm-hmm.
After this year, like you definitely out of there. Like there's no reason for you to be there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to hold up to your end of the bargain. You got to do what you're supposed to do. So like, what would be the advice that you would give to kids now that you didn't went through what you went through, far as like in high schoolers? Like, what would be the biggest advice you would give them?
Start early. You feel me? Freshman year is the easiest year. Senior year is also the easiest year. You don't want to be that senior that got all the accolades in sports but can't go to school nowhere, because that's an annoying process. And I done been through it. I was frustrated with myself, but there was nothing I can do because I was too late. You feel me? Don't be too late, because once you run out of time, you run out of time. And not everybody can get a chance to go and play college football. So if you got it, make sure you handle your business from freshman year all the way through senior year, because that's what makes it the easiest part. Like, it don't take that much. You don't got to try that hard. You feel me? You just got to try, bro.
Right.
And that's one thing I didn't do. I didn't try hard enough. So just handle your business.
And like I tell people these numbers all the time. So out of all the guys that graduated with you, how many of them play in college football right now?
Three of us.
Three.
Yep.
Three. Like I really want people to know those numbers. Like out of all the kids that graduated with him, only 3 of them playing college football right now to this day. So a lot of y'all gotta understand, man. Like playing college football ain't promised to you.
Right. I was lucky. You feel me? I was lucky because I could have very well been just graduating and working somewhere. Feel me?
Right.
But I still
and
got
not really
opportunity.
chasing your dream, because
Right.
this is a dream.
It's for real.
It really is a dream to chase.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a lot of people don't understand. Like when you chasing a dream, it's like when you chasing a dream, it's like chasing a ghost. Like you don't know.
You ain't gonna never get there until you there.
You ain't gonna never. And when you get there, the work that you did to get there is even harder to stay there, man.
Right.
It's even harder to stay there. So, man, I appreciate you being so open and so honest, man, and really letting us, a little bit inside of what's going on, and what you've been, some of the trials and tribulations that you've been through, man. I really appreciate you, sharing that with us today, man.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely appreciate that.
Anytime.
All right, we're gonna give it back to Dre. And all right, Dre, we're gonna give it back to you. All right, Dre. So we're gonna end it with you. Also, like what's the best advice you would give any young kid that's watching this, that is in high school right now? Like, what advice would you give them?
So what you need to really focus on is your grades. Make sure your grades is right. If you want to go anywhere that you want to go, you literally have to make sure your GPA is right. It's certain GPA requirements. Just keep your head down and keep working. It ain't impossible. It's not impossible to go to college and play football. It's on you. Everything is on you.
Right.
And if you want to put the work in and you want to go there and do that, you can do it.
This is another one. Out of all the guys that graduated when you graduated from your football team, how many of y'all still playing college football?
Just me.
He's the only one out of all the guys that graduated with him off his football team. Like, I want y'all to understand these numbers, man. This is a serious number game. He is the only one that's still fighting for his dream to play D1. He's still fighting for that dream right now, man. Like these numbers is real. These numbers, it ain't promised to y'all playing college football, man. It is not promised. I ain't mean to interrupt you, Dre, but I definitely want to give people perspective. Like Z said, it's 3 of them playing. And now you saying you're the only one that's playing from your school right now. Like, that's crazy, man. It ain't crazy, it's reality. I'm not, please excuse me for saying crazy. It's not crazy. It's the reality. Some people just, sometimes you just want it more than others. Like sometimes it's not just cut out for other people. Right. And that's okay. Like football's not for everybody. Especially college. So you chasing a dream, man. Any dream in life that you chase, it ain't just football. It could be, you know what I'm saying? Anything that you want to do in life that's bigger than what people actually think is a dream. You chasing a dream, man. And when you chasing a dream, there's going to be so many obstacles that you go through. So many turns,
for sure.
So many trials and tribulations, man. You know what I'm saying? It puts you in that mind frame. Sometimes you're like, yo, why am I doing this? Like, man, I don't want to do this no more. But then you come to grips with yourself and you be like, yo, this is what I really want. And if I really want it, I got to go through this. You know, it's just some stuff that you got to go through to get to the other side of that dream, man.
It's a stigma that student athletes go through that, you know, people don't talk about enough. And like as an athlete, you know, you do the same thing every day. It gets repetitive. Like you gotta like talk to somebody, especially if you're feeling something mentally. You know, that just helps. It just helps you in the long run.
You got to, and that's not just, you know, in football, just in life. You know, sometimes whether it be that friend or whether it be that coach you got to talk to. Or whether it be, you know, somebody professionally you got to talk to, man. It's just, life be lifing sometimes, bro. And it be coming at you 100 miles an hour fastball. And when that fastball hits you, bro, it literally takes the wind out of your body, man. And sometimes you feel like you can't breathe, man. But man, I want to thank you for sharing your story with us today, man, and what you've been through in your life and what you continue to go through, man. And I tell you all the time, man, just keep fighting for your dream, man. I tell you and Z all the time, man, just keep fighting, keep believing in you. The biggest thing is for you to keep believing in you. Not nobody else to believe in you, not nobody else to pat you on the back or anything like that. The biggest thing is for you to keep believing in you, man, and keep fighting for your dream. Because when you reach it and you finally get there, man, the tears that's going to run down your eyes, man, is going to be tears of joy, man. And you know that the sacrifices, I keep telling y'all all the time, man, it's about the sacrifices, man. And you got to sacrifice a lot to reach your dream. You got to sacrifice a lot of relationships that you think that are strong and that ain't going to be strong no more because you're sacrificing something, you know, all kind of relationships, even with girls that you got to sacrifice. You know, sometimes it'd be relationships, even with family, man, that you got to sacrifice. But you got to do whatever it takes to protect your dream and protect your mindset and protect your focus that you need to get to your dream, man. And a lot of people can't stay focused enough to even remotely come close to their dreams. And I told y'all the other day, and I shared the video with y'all yesterday, man, I'm working on my second dream. You know what I'm saying? My first dream was to play professional football. I did that. Now my second dream is to be one of the top trainers in the world. And I'm on the verge of being there. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Now, to get to that dream, I had to fight through cancer. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm fighting through cancer and I'm getting through that. And it's just going to make it that much satisfying because when people really, truly understand who I am and understand who I am as a trainer and be like, yo, he one of them, like Coach Mims, one of them ones when it comes to training. And the story they tell them, like, yo, you know, this dude was still training while he was going through chemo. You know what I'm saying? Like, what they do that at? Like,
Right.
this dude was literally going to chemo on Mondays. They sticking the tube in his chest.
Crazy.
And this dude on Wednesday, he out training with us like it ain't nothing.
Yep.
This dude was out Sunday in 90-something degree weather with us training, and he had to go to chemo the next day.
Right.
That, like, you know, it just makes that much of the story satisfying because he's like, yo, he really earned his way of being there at the top of the list and at the top trainer in the world.
Right.
Like, he really earned that. Ain't nobody give him that. You know what I'm saying? He had to go through something to get there. And it's the same thing in with you guys. Like, when you finally get to that D1 locker room and you sit there and you see your name up on that plate, man, and it's going to be like, yo, like,
I did that.
I did that, bro. Like, people don't really know what I went through to get here. Like, I did that, bro. And it's okay to show emotion. It's okay to cry when you're there, bro, because it's like, you know, the sacrifices and the work that you put in to get there. But and I thank both of y'all for sharing y'all story today. But you know, it's time to get to the work, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So now I gave you guys an inside look of what it is, the trials and tribulations to go through when you are an athlete and you don't have your stuff together, far as your grades, far as being on time to everything, far as just thinking you are more than what you are. You got to talk to two athletes. You got to talk to one that's going into JUCO. You got another one that is D3 that's trying to make it to D2, D1. You guys got the inside picture and the inside look of what it truly is to try to overcome adversity, to try to overcome so many obstacles that's going to come in your way. I would like to take this time to thank Z for being on the channel. I'd like to thank Dre for being on the channel. Both of them guys for sharing their stories. Many blessings to them. I've been knowing them for years. I've been training them for years. And if anybody can do it, I know those two guys can do it. But it's just one of them things, man, to where somebody can keep telling you and keep telling you and keep telling you things over and over. But it's not until you actually go through it yourself that everything clicks for you. I want to thank you guys for tuning in this episode of I Am Coach Mims. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.